Yes, my bro. How we doing? I've I've literally just woke up. It's what's it called right now? It's 11:26, and I couldn't sleep last night because I had this one thought in my brain, which was I'd rather die than work a 9 to 5. And I know that sounds dramatic and like cringe or whatever the fuck you want to say, but just hear me out, bro, because I've actually worked a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5 right now. I work in warehousing. Here's my high vis. It's a little dirty actually. And this kind of means a lot to me, bro. This piece of clothing you see right here, it means a lot to me because it's like it kind of shows what I've been through. And I'm not saying to like I've been through a lot or anything, but I dropped out at 17. Like I dropped out of college at 17. So I didn't finish my second year, so I didn't get my qualification. I've dropped out. My parents are like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Why have you dropped out?" Obviously, they didn't say bro, but they're concerned of why I've dropped out. They thought engineering, I was going to do engineering, I was going to pursue engineering and all. And obviously, I haven't. And then I finally got a job. I got a warehouse job, a full-time warehouse job, a 6-2 to 2-10 rotating shift rota. So one week I'll be doing 6-2, waking up at like half 4, 4 o'clock, cycling to work. It would be raining and shit. And then the other week I would get to work at 2 and I would finish at 10. So I'd get home at like half 10, you know, um, and it was rough, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, bro. Working full time for the first time as like a young guy, it was rough, bro. My hair looks like shit 'cause I just woke up, alright. Allow me. Um, but yeah, man, it wasn't the best. I'm not gonna lie, especially for your first proper job. Going straight into full time warehouse work. It's not something for the weak. You know what I'm saying? And I would rather die than have a life like that for the rest of my life. And I fucking mean that. I would rather not be here than live a life of, you know, going to work every single day, doing hours that you don't want to do, listening to someone you don't want to listen to, getting reported by HR or by some dickhead in your workplace for saying like a dodgy joke or something, and they've took it to heart. Just all of this stuff, bro, to do with the 9 to 5, to do with the workplace. I would rather die than not be involved in that. And I mean that so much because you don't understand like how bad the average man has it, bro. Maybe you relate with me. Maybe you've worked in warehouse. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. But you don't understand like how bad like the average man has it. And it's a sad life, bro. You work your job, you come home, you barely see your kids, you barely have any money, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Especially if you're older, like 30, 40, watching this, it's not a good life right now for a lot of people, men and women, really. But because I'm a guy, I'm specifically talking about guys, innit? It's not a good life being the average man. You don't have a lot of things to do. You don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of money to spend. You've got bad health. You don't look good. You don't feel good. You don't have good relationships with your family, maybe with your loved ones, like your girlfriend or your wife or anything. But like for the average man, it's just like it's not a great life to have, and I'd rather die than have that life. So hear me out, bro. Like there is a way out of this. There is a way to actually make it, and go on a separate path so you can be someone different. So you can be an extraordinary individual. You understand what I'm saying? And you've probably seen this online. You've probably seen people, give you this message, oh, buy my shit, you can do this, you can do that. And you might think it's a scam, and some of them are, I'm not gonna lie, but you truly can make it. You truly can do a different path, follow a different path, which will get you to a different destination. You can't follow this road that everybody else is following and expect to be in a different place. Unless you want to be a doctor, unless you want to be an engineer, unless you want to be a lawyer, don't be doing any of the shit that gets you there. Like, why the fuck would you be in university right now? Which you probably fucking are. Someone watching this is probably in university right now, and you don't even want to be doing what you're doing. You're doing a degree in law, for example, and you don't even want to be a lawyer. I know someone, bro. One of my friends, bro. He's doing that. It pisses me off, bro. I get so annoyed because I'm like, you're going to hate your life in like 5 years. You're going to regret every decision that you've made because you're not awake. You haven't woke up. You haven't been like, oh, where am I actually gonna be in 5 years? Like a lot of people don't have that fucking realization that they're gonna be alive in the next 5 years. You understand what I'm saying? I do, and you do as well. That's why you're still watching this video. And I just want to give you this message: is that the message I'm trying to give you is that you can get out of this. You can actually, you know, get somewhere else. You can be extraordinary. You can be a different person. You don't have to work the 9 to 5. Again, at the start, you're going to have to. That sounded contradicting. You're going to have to work a 9 to 5. You're going to have to start off. You're going to have to get the experience. You're going to have to develop the hate for it to really get you to where you want to go, because only the ones that have the hate for this are the ones that will actually make it. And that's fucking bars, bro. Like, only the ones that have the hate for this are the ones that will actually make it. You need a reason behind what you're doing. You have to have a deep level of dissatisfaction, a deep level of hatred about your life, about what you're currently doing, about your current situation, for you to use that energy to actually excel you forward. You know, it's like kinetic energy. Energy can only be transferred, basically. It can't be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred. You know, I listened to my teacher in science. um, that's how it goes, bro. You gotta use this energy of dissatisfaction, of hate, you know, and you gotta transfer it into like kinetic energy to excel you forward into a different path that will set you free, because you can. Many people have done it. You know, people my age have done it. People older than you have done it. You know, I'm gonna make a video saying age is just a number, and it's not what you think about. I'm not talking about like dating and shit, but it's about the fact that you can take action at any point of your life. It doesn't matter how old you are. But that I'll make that video soon. But yeah, man, I just want making this video to tell you that you can do it. You can actually make it if you put your mind to it. It sounds cliche and everything, but if you hate it enough, you will get there. I promise you, bro. And I guess I'm gonna be a testament for that, because maybe you're watching this like in the present. Right now it's well, the time now is 11:32, and it's Wednesday the 26th of 2025. And maybe you're watching this in the future, like, you know, June, July of 2026, and maybe I've made it, maybe I haven't, maybe I've deleted every video on this channel and I'm talking to nobody right now. I don't fucking know, but I probably have made it. Well, I know I've made it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, I know I would have built something by then. You understand what I'm saying? Even though I haven't got anything right now, I can see it. I sound fucking schizo right now. I sound delusional, whatever the fuck. But like, I can see where I'm going. I can see my future part of me which is successful. You know, what he has, what he's done, the videos he's made, because I want to help people. You know, and honestly, I want to free myself. That's why I make these videos. These videos are to document my success. These videos are to document my life and what I've done to actually make it. And hopefully, me making this documentary, me filming these videos, these little episodes for you, hopefully it's like a blueprint. It's like a jigsaw to the puzzle of our life. You know, you can use this episode as a piece to fix your problem. That's literally what I'm trying to do. Like, these videos are pieces for your problem. Maybe I've said something that's resonated with you and actually changed your mindset. It's been like a paradigm shift in your brain, and you're like, oh shit, I realize this now. You know, you realize new things and you start putting the shit together and you actually start getting somewhere. Bro, my lens looks hella fucking weird, bro. I'm sorry, but like, I'm looking at this shit and it's not like, it doesn't look clean, bro. Yeah, there's like a fingerprint on there or some shit. That's a horrible angle, bro. Don't clip that. um, but yeah, man, that's basically the video. I'd rather die than work a 9 to 5, and if you relate with that concept, then I hope you make it too. You know, I hope you actually put in the work and you get to where you want to be, because watch me, bro. I will. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help you as well. Recording these videos, saying everything I can say that can somewhat help you, motivate you, inspire you. Because that's what I want to do, bro. I care about you, you know. I'm not some special guy. I'm an average guy. I've pretty much no money in my bank account. I got paid today though, but I'm gonna spend my money on my food and stuff, my rent and everything, my car, all these bad financial decisions really. Only the car is pretty much a bad financial decision. I'll talk about that in another video. But I live in a council estate. You know, both my parents work. I'm not really a special guy. I'm pretty average. Like, yeah, I can't really say anything, bro. I'm an average guy. I'm just in bed right now on a fucking Wednesday morning. You know, like, I'm just sitting in my bed. I have work later at 5 p.m. I do like evening shifts. But yeah, man, there's hope for you, bro. And there is another path for you to take. You don't have to do this for the rest of your life. So if you're in a tough spot right now, you know, you're working your job and you hate your life, bro, just know that, use it. Like if you hate your life enough, if you hate your job enough, use it, bro. Use it to actually get somewhere else. Use it to do something else in your spare time instead of wasting your time watching shows, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Reels, you know, buying junk food because you feel like shit, eating chocolate because you feel like shit. I used to do that all the time. I still do that every now and then, actually. I ain't gonna lie to you, I did that last night, and I normally don't eat processed food, but I just felt so shit, so I went and got a Galaxy bar, bro, and I nommed that shit down. Not the small ones, like the big ones, like the cookie one, bro, the one with the pink wrapper, bro, the kind of big one. I ate a whole one of those. But yeah, just don't waste your time after work. Don't waste your time when you have the time, when you've got free time. Don't waste it, you know, indulging in instant gratification, because you'll regret it. You need to use that time to actually build something, because again, if you hate it enough, you will. All right. So that's basically the video. I'll see you soon, bro. Take care of yourself, man. And yeah, we all gonna make it, bro. See you soon.